before that, you had referees covering all the games, so you had to organise referees because there wasn't an SIU system for that, and make sure that whatever pub we were going to, because we didn't have a clubhouse in these days, whatever pub we were going to had pies ready and things for the boys coming. So that was your week normally as match secretary.
Okay, if we stop there, so after that, Ian, what did you go on to do next after match secretary?
Well, the secretary of the club, Jim McClaren, died, and David Pope took over as secretary, and then he didn't stay very long as secretary. He worked for Weir Pumps as an electrical engineer, and he was dispatched out to India, I think it was. So I was asked to become the secretary, the honorary secretary these days. So I took over as secretary. Couldn't find any minutes or files or anything at all because I didn't have a clubhouse. So again, I had no idea what a club secretary involved. So two things I did. Firstly, I went to see the widow of Jimmy McClaren and asked her if there was any files or minutes or anything lying about the house. And she's handed me his overcoat. And she said, look in the pockets. I looked in the pockets of Jimmy's overcoat, and he was a very heavy smoker. You know, in the old days, the insert of a cigarette packet, he pulled it out. And that's what he used. And the thing was, committee meeting at Eric Puller's house, and that was his minutes. And then I decided, there was a guy called John Law at SIU in Murrayfield. He was not only secretary, he was the treasurer, and he was Mr. SIU, and he ran everything in Murrayfield. So I phoned John up and I said, John, I'm the new secretary of Stirling County. I don't really know what I'm supposed to do. He said, well, come on up, Ian. So I went up to Edinburgh in his office and we sat down and he went round what I should be doing and stuff like that. And that's where I got a lot of good advice to do that. Shortly after that, let's see,
I'll just stop there a minute, Ian.
And even the one after me, like it was John Jarvie, the jobs were really the same. What I said about the rugby balls, for instance, they were beautiful rugby leather balls, and you collected them from the palmers in the morning, and then on a Monday you took the dirty, because they were leather balls, and dirty, filthy balls back to them on a Monday, and they cleaned them, dried them, done, and they were really lovely when you got them on a Saturday again. And as I say, that was the kind of things you had to do in these days, because you didn't have facilities of your own. We didn't get facilities for quite a long time after I was secretary. And we got the facilities because, let's say, the university, about 55 years ago, they were starting to build the university. And the first thing the university did was they contacted the Bridge of Allen Games people and gave them an offer they couldn't refuse to lease the pitches, to lease the whole of the games park for the university, for their sports, because they didn't have any sports facilities up at the university yet. So then they threw us out. So we were left without a ground to play on, because we had played at the Bridge of Allen Games Park since about 1946. So we had to start looking around for new premises to play rugby on. Firstly, we contacted the cricket club and suggested as there was 2 school pitches next to the cricket club that they would join with them as a